Today we will be making this very cool bookmark, and obviously with a bookmark it has to look good in a book, and in my opinion it definitely makes that category. Mine is a little big, but if you just make it with a little smaller dimensions and than I did, this is a 2 centimeters by 2 centimeters piece, strips of paper. You are supposed to use 1 centimeters. So to make this bookmark you will need 2 strips of different colors. For my colors I have chosen white and black, and you will also need a little bit of glue. I've got this bottle over here. You can also use a glue stick or just some tape, but mind you, if you use tape it won't look as good. So without further ado, let's get started. First you want to take two of the first I'm going to take my black ones. You want to take both of them, and before you glue them, just because your table doesn't get filled with glue, I want you to just take a little bigger strip of any color you have, which is very common in your house. So first I'm just going to take a little bit strip of that, and then just put them on them. So now, after, I'm just going to glue this part around just a square. You see, just around this much. And now I'm going to put this here and just make sure it's like it's corner to corner. So now you will be like, oh wait, I'm going to have to wait for this to dry. You don't actually have to wait for it to dry very neatly. You just want to just do the next one. So now I'm going to take both of my white strips now. It got stuck, sorry. Now I'm just going to take my white strips, and just glue them like this. See? Now you just want to put it like this. And now now it should look like something like this. So now you just want to fold this in. Now you just want to fold this in like this. Make sure it's parallel. So yeah, make sure it folds like this. And after you have done that, you will want to just glue this and glue all three like this. That's why I keep a safety strip below, just in case it gets out of my control. Now you just want to do this. Now I want you to repeat that over and over again until you get to the end of the strip. So I'm just going to do that real quick. So after you have done the sequence until the paper runs out, you just want to cut the excess parts off. So here there are these triangles, so I'm just going to cut that off along with this, and also cut this off. So with that, your bookmark is done. Also, this is just an optional step. If you want, you can just take some tape like this and just apply it all over this. So wait, I'll come back to you when I'm done. So now you want to just take a strip of tape like this Yeah, my strip of tape is not wide enough, so I'm just going to cut it a little bit off, and then I'm just going to apply it to about half, just over half of it, yeah, see. You don't want to apply it the full way, otherwise you will have a lot of excess tape, so I just prefer it to put it around halfway. So now just take your second piece of paper, and apply it right at the seam. If it doesn't quite match it it doesn't matter, but if you want it to look like peak origami, I would recommend you to put it at the seam. Now just the last bit. Now after you have done that, you just want to cut all the excess tape off. So what adding the tape does is it actually strengthens the paper, so it doesn't get crinkled as much, and it also adds a very nice shiny glossy texture to the paper. So if you want it to look good, I would recommend you to add the tape, and in any other case as well, just add the tape. So yeah, after you have done this, you just want to repeat the same process on the next side.